Good morning, friends. I welcome you all in the lecture of cooperative governance. In the last lecture, we studied about the cooperative banks. Okay, what is the cooperative banks? I again revised for the new members. What is the cooperative bank? It is the financial entity which belongs to its member who are the same time at the owner of the customer. Means those societies are established for the welfare of the community, welfare of the rural area is nothing but the cooperative society, right? In the last lecture, we studied about what is the structure. Okay, in the last lecture we studied at the ground level, or you can say at the taluka level, there is pax means the primary agriculture cooperative society. Most of the time you heard the word society from your parents as well, that sugarcane bill is deposited on the society's account. This is the society which is working at a taluka level, and it covers the farmers which of the particular area. But when you go to the higher level, there is DCC. DCC is the District Central Cooperative Bank. The area of operation of the District Central Cooperative Bank is for the total district. It covers the taluka which comes under the district. Okay, and to control the DCC, because if you take the example of Maharashtra, there are 36 districts. Okay, and to control that all DCCs, SCB is work as the apex institute. SCB is the State Cooperative Bank, which provide the guidance as well as the financial assistance, and it also supervise the DCC and PAX, because it working at the apex level in the state area. Okay, in the last lecture we studied about the PAX. PAX means which is the society is working at the taluka level only. But in this lecture we are going to study what is the District Central Cooperative Bank. First of all, I would like to clear the concept. What is the District Central Bank? Which is work for the district. It covers the farmer which reside in that particular district. Okay, the Central Cooperative Bank is linked join the State Cooperative Bank and the Primary Credit Society. First of all, you have to focus that it is the link between SCB and PAX. It is act as a mediator between SCB and PAX for making the provision of monetary aids to the Primary Credit Society. Through them, the needy farmer and the district cooperative banks are established. What are the types? One is the pure type of district bank, and second one is the mixed type of district bank. Means DCC are of two types. What is the pure type of district bank? If the membership of the bank is the cooperative organization, only are the pure district bank. When the membership is given on the basis of principle of cooperation, which we studied in the first lecture, what are the principle of cooperation, right? But mixed type of district bank is also there, which means if the membership of the bank is open to the cooperative organization as well as the individual, it called as a mixed type of district central bank. And most of the times you are seen the all district central banks are of the type of mixed type of district bank. Means here not only the farmer or the farmer of the that particular area is being the member of that bank, but other cooperative institutes also having the account in their bank is nothing but the mixed type of district cooperative bank. So you have to distinguish these two types of district central bank. One is the pure type. Pure type in the sense the membership is given on the basis of the cooperation principles only. But the mixed type of banks is there if the membership of the bank is open to the cooperative organizations. Means some of the SHG like self-help group can open their account. Some of the bills of the ZP or the Panchayat Samiti also open the when it is deposited on the account of a DCC only. Means it is the mixed type of district bank. What is the financial source for the DCC? The financial source of the DCC is the, as per your knowledge, it is the deposits which is deposited by the account holders. Apart from that, share capital is there. Loan from the state cooperative also get to the DCC. It is also used as a fund for providing loan to the tax. What is the management? Management, the district bank constitute the managing committee of the managing running of the bank. The general meeting of the shareholders held annually. As per the rule of company law, here also you have to do the meeting annually of the shareholders, because shareholders are the stakeholders and they have the right to acknowledge what is the functions in the bank is going on. So the annual meeting of the shareholders is to be taken. In the managing committee, there are usually 9 to 11 members, which is elected by the general meeting. As we studied in the first lecture as well, principle of economics is there. Democratic control is the main principle of cooperative bank. So the whatever the member is elected as a board of directors, it is elected by your members, which are the members of the society. One man, one vote is the agenda of the cooperative banks. Okay, the next, for regular day to day management, is full time manager is appointed and operation is carried out by the guidelines of the committee. Okay, the next one is, what are the functions? First of all, it is the district cooperative bank, so the supply of credit is the main function. Okay, supply of the money to the primary credit society is the main function of DCC. Next is collect the deposits from the rural area and the farmer to provide it to the PCS, means the primary cooperative society, in the form of SEP investment as well. Third one is gives the money to the cooperative institute as the reasonable rate of interest. Cooperative institute, in the sense, you heard about the self-help group, or you can heard about the microfinance, and for that purpose only DCC also provide the rate of interest at the lowest rate. I want to share the one example with you. In our area, there is one self-help group which name is Vaibhavi Bachat Gat. Okay, and under that group, 12 members, 12 ladies are the member of that particular self-help group, and they got a loan, and the rate of interest on the loan is just a 1% per month. Guys, it is the interest is chargeable for the month basis only, and the loan is given to the member of that particular self-help group without any mortgage. Guys, can you imagine, if the loan is provided without any mortgage, then the need of that particular lady is fulfilled. त्या महिलांचं एम्पॉवरमेंट व्हावी ह्या दृष्टीने हे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप काढलेले आहेत, आणि त्यांना मायक्रो फायनान्स सुद्धा प्रोव्हाइड केलं जातं, म्हणजे 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 अशी छोटी छोटी कर्ज सुद्धा तिथं दिली जातात, आणि रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऑन सच लोन्स इज व्हेरी निग्लिजिबल. सो इट इज अफोर्डेबल बाय दॅट लेडी अँड इट इज युजफुल फॉर देअर एम्पॉवरमेंट एज वेल. Next one is the supervise the function of PCS. DCC is act as the supervisor of PCS, as well as it gives them the training, guidance, and advice to the employee. Next is the advance loan to the people against their first class guiltage. Accept the checks, drafts, and hundis as well. This is a bank, so banking functions is undertaken by the cooperative sector as well. Next one is the purchase and sell the security on the behalf of customer. And last, it is act as the agent for the customer, because it is a mediator between SCB and PAX as well. So it is act as an agent. As you know, when we think about the function, some limitation also faced by the banking sector, and DCC also having some limitations, like recovery of the loan is very much low and very much complex. Okay, next is the development of DCC region wise is not equal. Some DCCs in some areas working in the full fledged, but when we think about the flood area region, the DCC working at the very low level, because the rate of recovery in that particular area is very much low. So some DCCs working in a full fledged, like the Western Maharashtra, all the DCCs are working in a full fledged. Let me take the example of Satara DCC. Satara DCC has the rank in the Asia continent because their NPA is 0. Can you imagine, guys? Because it is working in the Western Maharashtra. Western Maharashtra is full of resources. Monsoon is favorable here. Irrigation facilities is favorable. Fertility of the land is fine. So the productivity is high. So the recovery of the loan is done. Hence the NPA is 0. So it working at a higher level. But when we think about the Vidarbha Marathwada, they faces the various problems like a recovery. Next is the lack of farmer interest in the cooperative activity. Lack of business skill amongst them, because the district central cooperative bank is working at the district level only. So the manpower is very much unskilled. So bank should provide them various types of training, and it is expensive. When you provide or when you arrange the training program for the employees, somehow money you have to expend on it. This is also the limitation for it. Next is the casteism is the biggest problem. The cooperative is formed by the member of the society, but the society is dominated by the casteism. Even today also we are facing the too much casteism in the society. The interference of the political parties. Guys, cooperative bank, let me take the example of DCC, and if you see the board of directors of the any DCC is full of politicals. All the MLAs are the members of that particular DCC. So this is the biggest reason behind nepotism, or you can say this is the biggest reason behind less recovery of the particular bank. Okay, these are the limitations. Now we have to focus what is the Apex Institute. Apex Institute is nothing but state cooperative bank. What is the state cooperative bank? The state cooperative bank means the principle of the society in the state which registered under Government Society Act 1912. Any other law in the force in India is related to the cooperative society. This bank especially coordinate the activity of the district central bank and tax as well. It is act as a controller, guys. Always remember. The state cooperative bank is again divided into two categories: pure state bank and mixed state bank. What is the pure state bank? If the federation of the central cooperative bank is only. And what is the mixed state bank? If the federation of both central cooperative bank as well as the individual members. If the individual be the part of state cooperative, then it called as a mixed state. And if only the DCC is the part of, or the PACs, these are the cooperative federations are the part of SCB, then it is only pure bank. Okay, now is having their own management in the sense it ultimate authority of the state cooperative bank lie with the general body and managing committee of the state cooperative. The general body is elected the board of directors as per the Banking Regulation Act. The state government has also the party to the bank management and share capital, hence the state government nominate their representative. Always remember, in the DCC the members or the board of director elected by you people, those who are the member of that particular bank. But here the government nominate some members because government has the stake in it. So government nominate the representative. The number of such a representative should not exceed the 1/3 of the general body in the strength. Always remember, whatever the suggestions or the nominated member given by the state government should not be greater than 1/3. Now we will think about what is the financial sources. Because it is the Apex Institute, one concept came into your mind that, ma'am, DCC has the financial fund from the depositors as well as SCB help them. Then what about SCB? SCB is the Apex Institute. Then how they get the financial resources? The financial resources they get from the share capital, deposit collected from the cooperative institutes, public and business, and loan from RBI. Always remember, this is the main agenda and it will ask for the MCQ as well. So you have to focus on what are the financial resources. Share capital is to be collected. Next, deposit collection from the cooperative institutes. After that, public and business deposit means the government deposits is to be there, state governments as well as the businesses, and loan from the RBI. These are the financial resources, right? Now we have to think about what is the function. It is the Apex Institute at the state level na. So the function is exceed, access the central banks and balance access the deficiency of the resources of the central bank. Next is keep the watch on DCC and PACs also. It is act as a watchdog, is act as a supervisor. Always remember, because it is the Apex Bank at the state level. So it is the main function of SCB to watch or to supervise the functions of DCC. The next one is it is act as the chain between cooperative activity and country's money market. Next is the direct guideline to the development of cooperative activity to the district bank situated in the state. After that, it helped the district cooperative bank in the form of subsidy as well. Subsidy in the sense concessional rate. Concessional rate. If you want to purchase, let me consider under the DCC, the agriculture loan for the cattle, purchasing cattle is to be given. And if any farmer purchase the buffalo of the 60,000, then the subsidy is to be given to him. 10% subsidy means if he purchased the 60,000 rupees buffalo, then 10% subsidy is given, means 6,000 rupees is to be exempted. That 6,000 rupees is paid by that particular bank only to the that seller. Means here sometimes the subsidized loan can be provided. Next is the create the proper environment of the rapid growth. Next is it play the role of friend, philosopher and guide to the cooperative institute. It not only supervise but it also act as a friend philosopher. Next is the manage for imparting education, training and cooperative activity. Next is provide the credit to the primary credit society through the central cooperative bank. And the last is provide the facility to the rediscounting the bills and clearing house. Means the SCP is act as the clearing house. It also discount your bills of exchange. You'd better know about it because you are the students of commerce. Now the SCB also face some limitations. For example, the policy of advancing the loan is not proper. Administrative authority, political interference is there. Bank is unable to attract the public saving, and hence the collection of deposit through the public is poor. Watch over the working of DCC packs is not satisfactory. Lending medium term advance is very much difficult, and performance of their duty as a supreme authority is not well. Means whenever you think about any supervisory authority, somehow the lacuna remains, and it is their work is not satisfactory done. But still, on the other hand, we should think about the good points of the institutions. These are the regulatory institutions at the state level. So some good points is there that it is act as a supervisor. They provide the financial assistance. So the SCB is the apex institute for cooperative at the state level. Okay, this is all about the structure of cooperative society. I again revise it. The cooperative institutions are of three types. It is divided into three tier structure, is nothing but working at a taluka level, working at a district level, and working at the state level. Village level there is PCS. PCS is nothing but primary agriculture cooperative society. It is nothing but the PACs as well. Next is the central cooperative bank. Central is the district level bank which focused on the lacuna of the district, and the last one is the state cooperative bank. Okay, here we stop, and again I will share that PPT to you for the note down your notes in the notebook.